Oh, now LeBron and Isaiah Stewart get into a little pushing, shoving match, and Stewart is mad.
Everyone in the league knows Bron not a dirty guy.
Man, Stewart's hard to hold back.
And wow, they can't hold him back.
I know nobody on our team was having it.
LeBron's getting into it.
He's got a big cut over his eye like a boxer.
He sure does. He wants a piece of LeBron.
He's going to get suspended for this.
He's uncalled for.
Detroit versus everybody. LeBron James struck the Pistons' Isaiah Stewart in the face while jostling for a rebound in the third quarter of the 121-116 win. The hit led to a stoppage in action with blood coming down his face. You can see it there. Had to be held back multiple times by Detroit personnel as he tried to confront James. Both LeBron and Stewart were ejected. LeBron did not talk to reporters after the game. His second ejection in 19 years. AD had Bron's back.
Everyone in the league knows Bron not a dirty guy. I nearly hit him. As soon as he did it, he looked back at him and told him, "Oh, my bad, I didn't try to do it." I don't know what he was trying to do, but I know nobody on our team, 1 through 15, was having it. You know, we're gonna protect our brother. I've never, in 10 years, seen a player try to do that. Well, since I've been playing, it was uncalled for. You know, you got cut above your eye, accidental. Like, you know, it wasn't on purpose, and. You know, we wasn't gonna allow him to keep charging our brother like that.
Being a Foxborough AD. Jay Will's in the building.
Before we do anything,
yes,
he was doing radio.
Yeah.
And so, you know, that's why he's not suited down.
I got the call.
So.
Okay.
You don't have to.
I like this.
No, I got you.
This is getting me ready for my next thing with you.
No, you have to put your arms.
It's like a cape.
That's all. It's like
a cape. Okay.
That's all.
I'll take the cape. I appreciate that.
That's right.
You know, I got the bat signal late in the radio show. You know, so
he's unbelievable.
We're gonna do that.
He's unbelievable.
That's right.
This is how it feels.
There we
to
go.
get money.
There we go.
There we go.
I like it.
There we go.
Thank you, brother.
Stephen A., do you think LeBron should be suspended?
Yeah, he's got to be suspended because I totally agree with Anthony Davis from the standpoint that, you know, he's not known. He doesn't have a reputation as a dirty player. That's not who LeBron James is. But that doesn't mean that the play at that particular moment in time wasn't dirty. The reality of the situation is you swung your elbow. And because you swung your elbow and it caused that kind of damage, the reality of the situation is that's what sparked the incident. However, I'm of the mindset that Isaiah Stewart, don't know much about him, respect his talent. He's definitely a man. The brother's 6'8", 250, built like a middle linebacker. Definitely so. Now, when he initially went up to LeBron James, he didn't go up like that. But how he acted thereafter, I think he deserves to be suspended for multiple games. You cannot act like that. He ran over numerous players, numerous coaches. I mean, I'm not talking about them having to restrain him. He bulldozed over several dudes, including coaches, all right, who are obviously older men. He could have done harm to his own teammates. Now, we know he didn't intend to do that. But in light of what, and this has nothing to do with the malice at the palace and all of that other stuff. I'm not trying to go there. But the point is, because of that, look at what that caused. You had, you know, the league more stringent with rules and regulations. You've had people getting suspended just for stepping off the side or stepping off the court, onto the court from the bench and what have you. Rules have been extremely excessive to prevent anything close to that from happening. He looked completely out of control. And then after that, he storms into the locker room and try to storm down. Now, LeBron backpedaled and all of this other stuff. People texting me and tweeting, look at LeBron backing up. I will remind everybody that it wasn't like the brother was coming after me. LeBron's 6'9", 250, 260. It ain't like he's some punk. You understand what I'm saying? Now, he's smart enough not to do it, but more importantly, he knew he was wrong. He knew he was wrong because he swung his elbow. All of that extra stuff Isaiah Stewart did was completely uncalled for. He was out of control, and you can't have that. I'm telling you right now, if you look back at the tape and you see him bulldozing over his own coaches, you don't know how hurt you could have made one of them trying to restrain you. That was completely uncalled for. You can't have that.
Which offense was worse, LeBron James in the elbow or Isaiah Stewart trying to get to LeBron James?
Isaiah Stewart.
You see, I think it was LeBron James. And I'm not going to sit up here and make excuses for Isaiah Stewart at all.
Right.
I've known Isaiah Stewart. I watched him. He's from Rochester, New York. He is a very low-key individual, very nice person. Kid wants to compete more than young man wants to compete more than anybody.
I've never met him. I don't know him, and I'm not saying anything about
Agreed.
his character.
We're on the same page
I don't
about that.
know him. I don't know him.
I don't know what was said in that moment because, what happens is, and I agree with you, Stephen, I think LeBron James should be suspended 2 games for that. First off, when you box out, you always get low. The fact that his elbow was high and he raked down with a closed fist, that's a suspension in my opinion. But what happens is when somebody is remorseful for something like that happening, what typically happens? Molly, you know what happens. Like somebody has an accident. Hey, playmaker, are you okay? You all right, man? I didn't mean that, right? LeBron James is standing there looking at him with his arm out. I don't know what was exchanged there.
No, immediately the guy came, Isaiah came to him, and LeBron was like, my bad, I didn't mean it. And then everybody else came forward. And then that's when Isaiah started going off.
So I'm okay with Isaiah being suspended, but he can't be suspended the same amount of games LeBron James was suspended.
Why is that?
Because I think even though he didn't get to him, I think the fact that it caused a scene, it was initiated by LeBron in that moment. Like that moment created that whole scenario for that to occur. Like it was, look, man, I know how to hurt people in the game of basketball. When you box out, playmaker, if you boxing me out, you're allowed to get in this rib cage. If your rib cage is on me, put your arm on my rib cage. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna chop it down. I'm gonna chop down the hell on your rib cage so hard, or your thigh. I'm not coming across the top of my body with a closed fist to your face. That means you want to fight. Those are things those create fights back in the day. So I'm not making excuses for him. I just don't see the punishment level on the same level.
So you guys are in complete opposite ends.
We are.
Where are you
I think it's suspended a game. I don't think multiple games for Isaiah Stewart.
Let me tell you something. And I've watched and I love LeBron and I watched for a lot of years. And I don't know. And I want to say, and people go after him
All the time.
all the time.
Yes.
All the time. Now, with that being said, when we were talking about this and when I saw it, I said, man, do they suspend LeBron? Yes, they suspend LeBron. Okay, you're talking about Isaiah. That's all we're going to hear about Isaiah. This is what it is. And I hearken back. I'll never forget. I hearken back to the time that they decided to give me a little vacation in the NFL. And what that letter read, when I got it from the commissioner, it said, because of who you are and who you play for, in the notoriety and the publicity you get for playing for the Dallas Cowboys, we're going to have to give you an extra game. It said that in the letter. I say this with LeBron because of who he is and what he represents to the NBA.
Face of the
you
league.
want to send a message about this is not good. This is not right. This is the guy. I will, if I'm going to get suspended, it's going to be the same amount of games because LeBron's name is tantamount to what him raging on the football field. Everybody knows LeBron James.
Time out. Here's why I respectfully disagree with both of y'all. I get where y'all coming from. Totally understand. I will remind you, again, LeBron should be suspended. 1 or 2 games, I'm good with it. It's not a problem. I get where you're coming from. He instigated the incident. But at the moment he instigated it, okay, because he struck the guy with the elbow, he turned to him and was like, I didn't mean to do that. My bad, whatever. The point is, everybody else came in. LeBron stepped back. Why is this incident? If LeBron hits him with the elbow and gets ejected from the game because of it, we say LeBron got ejected. But the highlights can't stop re-airing because of the scene Isaiah Stewart made. Isaiah Stewart bowled over numerous players, numerous coaches, numerous times in an effort supposedly to get at LeBron James. And what I'm saying to you is when you talk about imagery, I get the point, Michael Irvin, about the name, the cachet, who LeBron James is. But when you talk about violence in the sport itself, who are you looking at today? You're looking at a guy that was completely out of control, that had to have teammates, coaching staff.
Was all bloody.
Yeah.
I understand that. I understand that. But what I'm saying to y'all is this. After the game, for example, If you sit up there and you walk off the court, you sit up there, you talk, and I'm gonna meet you in the back or something like that. That's different. He bulldozed over numerous players and coaches.
Because you guys haven't answered this. Do you believe it was accidental by LeBron?
No.
No, I don't.